ያቆያችሁ።
እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን።
ብፁዕ አባታችን አቡነ ጎርጎርዮስ ሊቀ ጳጳስ of the Hagia Circuit for United Kingdom and Ireland, ሊቀ ብርሃናት ገብረ ጊዮርጊስ, ቀሲስ በለተ, our father priests, deacons, brothers and sisters, and all the people here. Yesterday we celebrated in Sarazion. I think many of you here came and shared our beautiful celebration for Mariam Zion. And we're hoping in Sarazion that will be the last Hidar Zion that we will worship in that place. So as we announced yesterday, our plan is to have our new building, which is now under construction. It's a reconstruction, obviously. It was formerly a nightclub, and we are converting it into a church. We have 3 projects: the church building, a flat, which is eventually will be for the Archbishop, his residence, and also small adrash and some other rooms that we're going to develop in the future. But for now, we have enough sufficient funds in order to build the church side and the Bethlehem with the church. So that is all under construction now from June just gone. Our proposed date for opening will be on next year in 2020 in June 27th and 28th of June, which is the Saturday and Sunday, which corresponds to Sinehaya and Sinehaya and. As you know, for those of you know, that is Hinsata Beta Christian. That means on the day of Sinehaya, the apostles and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christus came down from heaven, and also on Sinehaya and the first Kadasi was taking place on Mariam's day, and that is the name of Mariam's first church to be ever constructed in the history of the Universal Apostolic Church of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christus. On that day, we are proposing also for Abuna Gorgorios to consecrate our church on that day, and maybe I'm hoping the Patriarch also for the future to invite him to come as well. We are now well on the way to constructing that building. However, we have found in the construction, in the roof area, because we're going to be opening the roof to have a skylight, to have windows above, so we have natural light coming into the building. But in our process of trying to dismantle the roof, they have found what they call asbestos. And I think for all of you, many of you may know, asbestos was a material that used to be used many decades ago in construction work within the UK. Yeah. But now, of course, it is found that that asbestos has materials in it which can cause very bad health. So now, by law, asbestos in any building, if it's to be reconstructed or moved or tampered with, has to be properly removed carefully and professionally. That costs a lot of money, as we have found out. We have found out that the cost to remove, and we've only found a small piece, but they have to assume the whole of the roof has it. So based on that, we've been quoted about £190,000. And is it an Matoshi? So that is the cost that's been given to us now concerning this movement. We are making also appeals to our bank because we have some borrowing capacity there, which we'll be discussing with them next week. Our membership also is helping to support to raise the funds for this. But we are like to make an appeal to all our churches throughout the Hagia Circuit in regards to giving us help in order to build the house of Mariam, Goddess Mariam Zion. And we have been here for over 45 years trying to work to build our church. Now we have the opportunity, and I know these issues come, and it will happen to all of us at some stage. But it is now our particular challenge that we have for us, and we are appealing to not only to our own Sera Zion, we are trying to raise funds for that. We are appealing to all our churches, and also today I'd like to appeal to the Serata Gabriel and the Christian and all our members here to help to support us in trying to find the raise funds for this. We've actually come up with a special appeal. We are asking for people to donate £250 per adult person. So that is what we are starting to appeal both in Sera Zion, and we're going to be appealing to all the members throughout the Haggis in regards, and we hope that the Haggis will also support our appeal throughout the diocese in order to help us. So this is the appeal, my brothers and sisters in Christ. We are asking help to build the house Mariam Zion. It has been long and awaiting, and it is next year in June. But whatever happens, we are not going to stop. We are moving in on that date. These things will be dealt with. I know that. So I've seen so much things in my last 2 trips to Ethiopia. First 3 years, about 3 years ago, when the Holy Synodos, we asked an appeal from the Holy Synodos to give us a help towards our church building. Yeah. And at that time, the Holy Synodos, they granted us, I think, £75,000 as a help towards our raising funds. And we thank, of course, Kudus Abatichin Abdul Matias, who helped us to support to raise, to accept our fundraising, and they gave us that. But for some problems they had in the Bahira Bank at that time, they did not have what they call the currency, the English pound, in order to change the currency from birr into pounds. And for 2.5 years we waited and nothing happened. So we decided we're going to go straight to Addis ourselves to find out what's happening. We went to the Beta Kenneth and also the Addis Ababa office, and of course to His Holiness, and they explained everything. And they said they've been trying for 2.5 years to try to get the funds to send to London. They couldn't do it. So it was Likurian, Kesus Fusaha, and myself. We spent 2 weeks, and 2 weeks we was inside Betaken, out, Bahira Bank, out, Addis Ababa office, out, in and out, all the different offices we could possibly find to try and find out how we can get the money back to London, which has been promised by the Holy Synodos. We did everything, and finally, I think it was Keses Mandai. I think many of you know he is Zamari from Ethiopia. He comes here many times to offer his spiritual service to the church. He was there with us at that time, and so from members of the Mahabra Kudusan. And we all discussed how we can get this money from Bahira Bank back to here. Eventually, we found out that we knew the vice president of the Bahira Bank in Addis Ababa. To cut it short, we managed to sort it all out, and the vice president, he helped us. Directly we met with him, and he said, no problem. And that same day, when they said they released the money, it wasn't £75,000 because the exchange rate had gone. So that means we managed to get £82,000 altogether, and it was sent to us. I thank God and Mariam for this great stuff. And these are the kind of things that Mariam has been helping us throughout our service. And everywhere we go, she's always up, and I know her presence very much so. And we are asking now to help us. So please, if you can help us, we have some leaflets. We will be able to give out some leaflets. We have the bank account details and other information that you can have. So please, could you please? We'll leave it at the back on the table. For anybody who would like to take a copy, you're welcome to. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir.
ያው የነሱ ቤተክርስቲያን ማለት የኛ ቤተክርስቲያን ነው። እንግዲህ እየመጡ እኛም ያገለግሉናል። በእውነቱ እንደምንም ብለን ተረዳድተን ቤተክርስቲያን እኛም ስንቸገር ነው ስንቸገር ግን መርዳት ስላለብን ምንድነው ትናንትና የነበራችሁ እዛ ቤተክርስቲያን ብዙዎቹ ኢትዮጵያውያን 250 ቃል ንግባለን ብለዋቸዋል። እኛ ገብርኤልንም ባካችሁ እርዱን እያሉ ነው። ብትችሉ 250 ዶኔት አድርጉን ነው የሚሉት። ያው እንግዲህ ሊፍሌት አላቸው እዛ ይተውታል እና ለመቤታችን ነው ምንድነው የሆነበት ምክንያት በቂ ያለን ብለው ተቀምጠው ነበር። መለመንም አልፈልጉም። ግን ይሄ አስቤስቶስ ተገኘ። አስቤስቶሱ 190,000 ነው። 190,000 ፓውንድ ነው የሚያወጣው እሱ ሪሙቭ ለማድረግ እና ስለተቸገሩ ነው። የምትችሉት እጃችሁን ዘርጉ። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልን። አሁን ወደ መጨረሻው ጸሎት እንሄዳለን።